This is 5 on your side at 4. Focused on you.
Severe heat hitting the bi-state. We are in a weather impact alert as the heat index hits triple digits. We want to thank you for joining us at 4. I'm Brent Solomon.
And I'm Kay Quinn. That weather impact alert is sticking around right through Wednesday. Our chief meteorologist Scott Connell joins us now with more. Scott?
Temperatures have warmed into the upper 90s, close to 100 for us this afternoon in St. Louis. The heat index slightly above that. You look out into St. Charles, very little in the way of cloud cover across the region today. And as a consequence of that, that sun is beating down on the bi-state area and heating us up. There's a look out into the Chesterfield Valley. Sunshine, not necessarily a good thing today. 98 degrees in Forest Park, 99 in St. Charles, 100 in Berkeley, 96 in Baldwin and Mascoutah. You look across the rest of the region, the highest we've seen so far officially from St. Louis, Lambert, is 99 degrees. But you take into account the humidity and our dew points in the mid to upper 60s, that heat index value is up around 104 to 105 degrees. Look at the moisture that's a little more prevalent up here to our north. The dew point up in the Quad Cities at 79 degrees. That corn sweat's more of an issue as you go farther north and west. Most of us are around 100 to 105 degrees for the heat index. I think that Warrenton skewed just a little bit. One of those weather stations there sometimes does that, but we are in that weather impact alert, particularly as we go into tomorrow. Starting at noon tomorrow for the metro area through tomorrow evening and perhaps into Wednesday, we will be dealing with dangerous heat and humidity. The official advisory runs through tomorrow evening, but it's possible it gets extended. It'll be even a little more humid as we go into Wednesday compared to tomorrow. So take breaks, stay hydrated. This is where that advisory stretches. And again, it does include much of the region for tomorrow. Today, it's all to our north and west. We'll see you in a few minutes.
All right, Scott, we'll see you then. You can get the latest weather updates anytime on KSCK.com or text the word weather to 314-425-5355. We'll send you a link.
Breaking news in Arnold this afternoon. Just a few hours ago, we got word a controversial plan to build a new Arnold Parkway will not happen. Initial plans called for construction of a 2-mile road to connect Highway 141 and Richardson Road. The $75 million project would have included a significant land buyout of residential homes and a shopping plaza. Well, now the city says it will finish buying any properties under contract. If the owners still want to sell, there will be no further efforts to acquire any additional property. 5 on Your Side's Andy Crawl will have much more on this on 5 on Your Side at 5. A man is dead after a car crashed into a Florissant business. It happened just before noon at the Rice House. That's on North Lindbergh. Florissant police say a car went through the front of the building there. A man inside the restaurant was taken to the hospital where he died. The driver of the car wasn't hurt. The cause of the crash still under investigation. We will keep you updated as we learn more.
Now to continuing coverage of a series of shootings in Alton that killed a police canine and left a police officer and a woman hurt.
Just moments ago, we got official word from the mayor of Alton that the 2 shootings are connected. 5 on Your Side's Robert Townsend joins us live from the Alton Police Department now with new information. Robert?
Kay and Brent, for the past week, we've been pressing police here for answers in connection with these 3 shootings. Now, in the last 30 minutes, I talked to Mayor David Goins on the telephone. Goins says they can now tell us that the suspect, 27-year-old Vernon Randall Jr., again, the guy they called a suspect who shot the officer, Officer Alan Averback, and killed his canine partner, Odin, last Thursday, was the same man who shot a woman hours before on Wednesday. Investigators say around 10 last Wednesday night, a woman was sitting in her car in the 2300 block of East Broadway when Randall shot her twice, then ran off. Mayor Goins says detectives reviewed surveillance video from the scene and determined Randall committed that crime. Now, the next day, police identified Vernon Randall Jr. as the man who shot Officer Averback and killed his canine partner. The suspect also died in that shootout. Neighbor Vincent Coatney went to the Broadway scene after hearing a single gunshot.
I heard a pop, and then I heard a oh. I came back up and I went down a little bit later, and then they was pulling the car back up on the flatbed.
What can you tell me about the car?
I didn't see much of it. Looked like the window might have been broke out or some glass laying around there, and it was being put up on a flatbed at that time.
Goins says Randall randomly shot at 2 cars on East Broadway. He also says that Randall did not know the woman who suffered those injuries, and I'm told she is still in the hospital tonight. Live in Alton, Robert Townsend, 5 on your side.
All right, thank you, Robert. Just weeks after being put on paid leave, the chief of the Manchester Police Department announced he's resigning from his post. Scott Will was relieved of duties in the wake of an ongoing independent investigation. There's been no word on the nature of that investigation, and the city of Manchester has declined to give us any information. The city says it is searching for a new police chief.
A woman is in custody for shooting a man in North St. Louis. It happened just before 10 last night in the Penrose neighborhood, not far from the O'Fallon Park. Officers found the 44-year-old man shot. He went to the hospital in critical condition. Police say the victim and suspect know each other. A man was killed today on I-70 near Mid-Rivers Mall Drive in St. Charles County. The Missouri State Highway Patrol says at around 3 in the morning, 23-year-old Connor Lip was walking in one of the highway lanes here. That's when he was hit by a semi-truck and died. This is the 5th pedestrian death that we've reported within the last week. Today, more support for Officer Travis Brown. A local embroidery company is now making hundreds of T-shirts to help the Ferguson officer's family. Officer Brown was put in a coma 2 weeks ago after being seriously hurt after a protest in Ferguson. Now that local embroidery company is collaborating with Officer Brown's family to design and sell T-shirts that will support his daughters. The company's owners say they understand the dangers that come with policing.
It's amazing, you know, they're like, why did you do this? Well, we know hurt, we know pain. You know, my husband died 12 years ago, his son died 10 years ago, so we understand grief, and that's a big part of it. When we say we understand, we understand.
Our Justina Cornell will have much more on this story. That's coming up tonight at 5 and 6.
A groundbreaking ceremony was held today for a new senior living facility in the Central West End. The 4-story building will provide 38 single-bedroom homes for adults 55 and older, those in need of housing and mental health support. Mayor Tashora Jones attended the groundbreaking ceremony, saying the facility will help some of the area's most vulnerable.
One of the key pieces of making sure that people are whole is housing, and so this is their 5th housing complex, especially dedicated for seniors because they're also a very vulnerable population.
The development comes as many seniors need affordable housing in the St. Louis area.
Bracing for war. How expanding attacks in the Middle East could pull the U.S. into a regional conflict.
A major West Coast airport hobbled by a cyber attack, why experts believe it could be a sign of more to come.
And we sure hope you'll join us for this year's Show of Strength, MDA Telethon, which happens Sunday. We're live at Grants Farm from 8 p.m. until 10 p.m. And you can watch it right here on 5 on Your Side, on KSEK.com, or stream it on 5+. All money raised goes to help people fighting neuromuscular diseases right here in our area.